So I have been a participant in the anti-genocide protests that have been going on for the last 2 and a bit years, the duration of the genocide. And before that, I was a participant in the Occupy/Arab Spring protests. And before that, I was a participant in the protests against the Iraq War. And before that, I was involved with the global justice/anti-globalization movement. And before that, I was involved in anti-racism protests at my high school, and so on and so forth. And so I think I'm allowed to make some critical statements about the protest movement, which probably we shouldn't actually call a movement. Other people have said it, the left is a fandom, right? It's a fandom in the sense that it's consumerist behavior, shallow, superficial, that allows you to signal your inclusion in a cultural in-group. So being into Che Guevara is the same as being into the X-Men, and you can talk about your favorite books or your favorite comics, and you can find people and quickly become friends because you can signal shared values. And then what? Right? So let's take the Palestine thing as a classic example. In Australia, we've had tens or hundreds of thousands of people showing up every week in Sydney, and every other capital city's had similar protests. We've had people put their bodies on the line to interfere with arms companies that are exporting weapons and ports that are involved in the shipment of those weapons. We've had there's no shortage of participation. The public is on side, and public opinion polls show that an overwhelming majority agree with the protester position, not the government position. But as with the other things, the Iraq War, corporate globalization, etc., we're losing, even though we have the numbers. And there's that should be prompting a deeper introspection and reflection from the people who are organizing the protests, from the people who are prominent figures on the left, senators, authors, people who are professional journalists, etc., who position themselves as sort of leaders and advocates on the left. They need to start having a conversation about what it takes to turn this fandom into a real movement, and they need to start engaging with these questions. I could tell people what I think, but only if people are actually interested.